Andy Johnson, Basic Principles of Humanistic Learning Theory. Know that theories do not predict human behavior. Theories help us understand human behavior. Psychologists Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow are generally thought to be the founders of modernistic human learning theory. However, if you look at most educational psychology textbooks and classes, this perspective is not included. Who made that decision? Humanistic learning theory was a reaction to dehumanizing practices in education. Happened in the 60s, is happening again today. This reliance on the behavioristic paradigm, overcrowded classroom, teachers told what to teach, how to teach, this mechanized teaching. If you just teach this way, all students will learn. One size fits all. Students are asked to be passive learners. Education is something that is done to students, not something students do. Students are manipulated by fear of rewards or by fear of punishments, expected to learn in ways that are not natural to them. This factory model of education, where students step on this 12-year conveyor belt, march lockstep down the line, and teachers become factory workers, adding standardized parts, adding widgets to the product along the way. The goal, the purpose of education in this theoretical perspective is human development, personal growth, self-actualization, as opposed to higher test scores. It's to help each student develop his or her full potential. Self-actualization, discover your joys, your passions, your talents, and understand all parts of self. Education comes from the word educe, which means to draw forth those qualities that lie inherent within. So this secondary nature is to develop more nurturing, caring human beings. This is our natural state. These are the characteristics or qualities that lie within. So this is based on the perspective that human nature is essentially good. We naturally want to evolve towards growth, health, wholeness. Our natural inclination is to learn, is to do the right thing. We can align education with this natural desire. As I said, humans are naturally inclined to learn. We are wired to learn. It's what's helped our species survive, to make sense of the world. Physical growth and learning are natural. Education should align with these natural tendencies to the greatest extent possible. Align with students' natural desires to learn, to express, to be creative, to find out about their world. And when we do this, teaching becomes effortless and effective. And learning becomes effortless and effective. This is why we need creative, intelligent teachers. Yes, there are the demands of the curriculum, but the creative, intelligent teachers know how to align the curriculum and their teaching responsibilities with students' natural tendencies to the greatest extent possible. Humans learn naturally and learn more if it is meaningful. We learn not because we need to know it someday, but we learn because we want to. This is called meaningful verbal learning, David Ausubel. So we try to connect the new to the known, or connect the curriculum to students' lives, dreams, experience in some way. Humans are not standardized products. Human teachers are not standardized products. Human students, one size does not fit all. We cannot have a standardized approach to teaching. Students and teachers should have choices to the greatest extent possible. This is for students choice as to what to learn, how to demonstrate their learning to the greatest extent possible. This does not mean total choice all the time. Neither does it mean no choice any of the time. We have this nice middle ground where we allow choices. The same with teachers. Teachers know and understand their students' strengths and weaknesses, their own strengths, weaknesses, and passions. We need to give teachers the professional respect that they deserve by allowing them to make choices about teaching and learning. True education occurs best in a non-threatening environment where students aren't threatened with external rewards or punishments, free to take risks, free to have failures. The same with teachers. They're free to be creative, to take risks, to teach in ways that are interesting and creative, to teach things that may not show up on a stinking standardized test. Real learning cannot be captured by a standardized test. Real teaching and self-actualization are similar. Both help the teacher and the student achieve their full potential as human beings and as people, to discover their joys and passions, to identify their strengths, what you can do well, what you can't do well, to accept and integrate all parts of yourself. When teaching at the highest level, the teacher and the student become one. You are learning from your students and from the situation as they are from you. You are in touch with all parts of self.